What's up, guys? Welcome back to the podcast. I'm looking at both cameras. We have not done this in a while, but we are back. It's 2023 finally, and we're here for the first podcast of the year. Plenty more of these to come. We're going to get better at doing them on time. Hopefully. We never really know, but we're going to try our best. So, gentlemen, how are we doing?
Pretty good.
Excellent.
How is the new year treating you?
Very well.
The new year did not treat me properly, but...
Yeah, we're all hungover in various states. Oh, so we got a list of cars from 2022 that came out, and we're going to just go over them, see what the best new car of 2022 was. And then we'll talk about some cars coming up in 2023. So, first up, I want to get your opinions on all of these vehicles. The 992 GT3 RS.
I want one.
I like it, but I don't like it as much as a 991. And
really?
And the reason is purely styling related. I understand how good that car is and how fast it is, but I can't get over all the extra. Like, it is way more race car, which is cool, and I appreciate that and I like that, but like, to me, it's like a 911 should just always be streamlined.
If you're going automatic, though, for me, I just want the fastest one. Like, all the 3RSs have been automatic since the 991s.
I'm not going automatic.
So I just want the fastest one. But if I'm going to go for any of them with my money, I'm just going to buy a 997.
No, it is an insanely good car, though, and I do think that 992s, in general, have grown on me.
I love them.
A lot since they came out. So probably ask me next year, and I'll love it.
It's just such a track weapon. It's literally the first one. Like, that wing is huge. All the aerodynamics are just overstated and ridiculous. It truly is like a race car for the streets. People say this about so many different cars, but that car really feels like a track car that's just happens to be street legal.
Yeah, if you watch videos of like people driving them, the turn in on that car.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's ridiculous, especially for a rear engine car. It's stupid.
Yeah, I was driving the last time I was doing sim driving. I drove that thing around the ring. It was incredible. And usually like Porsches are pretty underwhelming on simulators, but that car is pretty amazing.
I'd have one.
Hopefully we can drive one in real life at
That'd
some
be
point.
sick. Yeah.
Two cars that are very similar to one another. Well, they're different, but they're of similar variety that came out. We've got, first off, the 911 Porsche Dakar, and then the Huracan Storado. So there's been, obviously, if you haven't seen, a new trend of these exotic and sports car companies building off-road versions of their cars, which I am a huge fan of. Not sure how great they'll be off-road, and not sure how many owners will truly actually take them off-road. Probably those Porsche owners might. Not sure about those Lamborghini owners. But, yeah, what do you guys think about that trend? Do you want to see some more car companies jump in on that?
I'm so uninterested.
Yeah, you're just moving that.
I'm sorry. I was not paying attention at all.
I'm very not interested in those cars, to be honest. I think they're super cool, but like, I feel like they're not going to be good enough off-road because the chassis isn't designed for that, and they're going to be way worse on-road. So like 5 people are going to buy them, and no one's going to actually use them to what they're intended to do, and they're more than likely just going to be like trophy pieces.
Wait, are you talking off-road Porsche stuff?
So it's the Dakar and the Storado, the Huracan Storado.
Wait, the Porsche Dakar?
Yeah.
The Porsche Dakar and the Lamborghini Huracan Storado.
Yeah, no, I like the Porsche.
I like it. I just would never own it.
They're going to sell out every single one of those. Lamborghini will sell out. They're probably already all spoken for.
I think it's because they're collector cars, though, in my opinion.
Yeah. No, I like it. And in fact, I would have one, but it's so far down on the list.
I'd have one as my like 15th car or something.
Yeah, bro, past 15.
Past 15
cars, it would be like a 30 or 40th on the list.
For me,
but I still think I love it.
It's cool.
I like when a car company does something different and exciting. I like when something breaks away from the mainstream. I just respect it. If a car company tries something new that's not boring, that's cool, because that just means they're going to keep hopefully doing that in the future.
Yeah.
So it'd be cool if more car companies jumped in just to see what comes out of it. But yeah, they're not like, I still think I would rather own one of those old rally, like Safari Porsches
I was gonna
than
say
a new one.
A Lee Keen Safari 911 comes way before the Dakar.
I would feel less bad about beating the crap out of that thing than a brand new like that. It would also be way more capable, in my opinion.
Well,
I guess the new ones
They're
are
probably all.
The new one's probably pretty insane off road.
All-wheel drive.
Yeah,
Sorry,
but I would if someone was like, you got to make it somewhere.
Yeah,
I'm taking the brand
if
new
someone
one.
said you have to do the the Dakar Rally in Elite Keen 911, Safari 911, or the new
Yeah.
That's fair.
Dakar. I'm choosing the Dakar.
I'm getting those cooled seats running.
Yeah.
All right, next one. I'll do these three as a combo. So you have to pick one. All right.
Okay.
We have the Bugatti Mistral, which is the new convertible that can do, I think, what is it, 300?
Yeah,
300
it's the
miles per hour,
last
something
iteration
ridiculous.
of a car that's going to have that Chiron engine, allegedly.
Yeah.
This Koenigsegg CC850, which is
Yep,
the
which is
manual
sick.
and automatic
Yeah.
split, and the Pagani Utopia. So if you had to choose one, I'm going to guess we're all going to pick the exact same thing. Noah?
CC850.
CC850.
I'd have the Bugatti.
Really?
I don't like Koenigsegg's.
And you take a Bugatti convertible?
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Bro, the Koenigsegg's don't work. They never work.
Yeah, but-
I've known people that like I went and talked to the owners in the Koenigsegg rally when it was in Car Week. Half the people there were like, "Oh yeah, this broke on my car. This
Yeah.
broke on my car. This broke
Okay,
on my car."
but, like,
and it's also
it's
not
cool.
a Bugatti. So I want a Bugatti.
The Mistral is probably a great car.
Yeah. I don't know. I just want a Bugatti.
I do
If I'm
not
spending
want a Bugatti.
if I'm spending that kind of money on any car, it would like be a Chiron.
That's a tough one for me.
Or the Mistral. I'd rather a Chiron than the Mistral, to be honest, because it looks better. But I'd still rather the
If
Mistral. than the
resale
Koenigsegg.
is no concern, I'd have a 997 GT3 RS over a Bugatti.
Really?
Yeah.
I would not.
I think I'm actually right there with you.
There's
come on.
honestly there's few cars I'd have over a Chiron.
if they're worth
Really?
if they're worth both worth nothing.
One of them has 1,600 horsepower.
Okay, but here's the thing.
It's
I think a lot of people like the
But
Bugatti
how
because
usable is that?
I have a GT4 that I can use. I don't want to use it like that. Exactly.
I think
So you use the GT4 all the time.
No, for like GT3 RS stuff. I'd use that. And then if I want to do
No,
Bugatti
you can't
things,
have. It's a one or the other
no, I'm
situation.
still having the Bugatti.
Okay.
Because
think a lot of
just
people-
imagine this. You're going out for a nice dinner. You're with your girl, you're with whoever it is. You pull up and you open the doors and it's a Bugatti. Porsche does not have that effect.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm with Noah on this one. I think a lot of people always think like they want a Bugatti because it's like the pinnacle. It's obviously the most expensive, the most horsepower. In a lot of cases, not always the case
They're also
nowadays.
just so nice.
And it's like very luxury. But I still feel like a car. I haven't driven a Bugatti, so I can't really fully, say anything about them and what they're like. But from what I understand, it's just kind of fast without feeling fast. Everyone who I've heard drive one is like it's very effortlessly
That's fine.
fast, which is cool. But it doesn't seem
still
like
have a
it's
Bugatti.
super fun after a while. It's a great car, definitely. But I still think there's cars that are like more viscerally exciting.
Oh, no, I agree. I agree. I don't even think it would be the car that I'd enjoy driving
I
most.
don't even think it's exciting.
But no, it's definitely exciting.
I bet it's
It's
exciting.
definitely
It's got like,
All right.
they're so
Wait, did I unplug this? Yeah.
How
No,
long
no,
is that
we're good.
unplugged for?
No, just 1 second.
Okay.
I do agree that it's probably not even the car that suits my driving type most. But at the end of the day, I'm just always going to pick a Bugatti over most things. I've always had an
Over
affinity.
most things.
I've had an affinity for those cars.
Man.
That
I
shit-
have like the like
Hold on, my mom is calling me. Hello? All right, back to the podcast. All right, so
I like Bugattis.
okay.
Will likes Bugattis.
I like a
That's
lot of cars
accounted
though,
for.
and it's definitely
Okay.
not like my alley. But I love a Bugatti.
I like the original Super Sport, like 2012
Like
or whatever
a
that was.
facelift Veyron.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
give me
yeah,
that.
yeah. With like, and I kind of weirdly like the like orange wheel.
Yeah, the
colorway.
world record edition.
Yeah, yeah.
Ooh,
The
yeah,
world
that
record.
thing's cool.
Yeah.
I just
It's
I
cool.
don't think they are like the best driver's car, and that's what I'm usually about. But there's something that sets a Bugatti apart from any other car, in my opinion. It could be a LaFerrari, a 19 a P1, whatever there is, and I still think if you pull up in like a cool color Chiron, it's gonna blow everything else out.
Yeah,
the
well,
water.
it's because it's a Bugatti. It's got this like
Yeah.
it's got this air of just
It's just gonna get fanboyed because people don't see them.
Yeah, that's why I like.
they're
it.
brute.
I
Yeah,
like Bugatti.
that's the thing. I was just telling you
fast.
about this story. It's coming up, I'm sure, sometime soon in the videos. But Bugatti was considering making an SUV, and like many other car companies have done recently, like Lamborghini, Porsche's done it forever, Ferrari with the Purosangue, which we'll talk about in a second. But the reason they decided not to do it was because it would muddy the brand image. And I think when you pull up in a car, like even an Aventador, like the Bugatti's always going to blow it out of the water because it's that exclusivity and the brand image that like carries the entire thing.
Yeah, it's because you have to
Yeah,
beg
definitely.
Bugatti to give you one of their cars.
Yeah, they just not enough of
still
them,
won't.
and none of them are under $1 million. There's no Bugatti you can buy. There's no mass production Bugatti. That's what keeps them so
like
high on the tier list.
Yeah.
Is they just don't stoop to any lower level.
And it's like it was one of those cars that when they were building it, it's like it was just always no expenses spared. They wanted to build the fastest car.
Yeah.
And the Chiron, I mean, the Chiron still is arguably one of the fastest cars and by far the nicest to be in. That's fast.
Do you guys know the story of Bugatti, like why it was built? Like the Veyron. Bugatti's been around for a long time, but the Veyron specifically, the more modern.
Isn't it just a passion project for the CEO of Volkswagen?
Yeah. So he was like really like a very eccentric guy. He helped bring on board, if I'm not mistaken, he helped VW purchase like all of its sub brands.
Audi, Lambo, and Porsche were all
Bentley, or not Bentley.
No, Bentley.
Is Bentley. Yeah. Okay. Who's there? I thought maybe it was Rolls-Royce, but that's BMW.
Yeah.
But yeah, so he helped them. He's one of the members of the original like family. They're related to like Ferdinand Porsche. They're all connected. But he is the guy who like really led VW to its modern dominance. And he was obsessed with this idea of building like the hypercar to destroy all other hypercars. And he wanted it to have like over a certain amount of horsepower because of like his favorite childhood story, which is like 1001 Arabian Nights. And he wanted it to go 1 mile per hour faster than his Porsche race car that won Le Mans. I forget which one that was. Yeah, he was just like dedicated to building this. No, 9, is it the 917?
917.
917.
Yeah.
I think that's right. I don't want to mess that one up, but I'm not good with race cars and their names. But yeah, he was just like obsessed with building this ridiculous car, and it debuted in Monterey Car Week at the what is it now? What's that racetrack called?
Laguna Seca, but now it has
WeatherTech Raceway, and it like spun off track in front of all the journalists, and they like didn't want anyone to know about it. And yeah, it was like his biggest passion project, and he put like all his life into that car.
That's what's cool to me.
Yeah,
I like that about that.
You guys seen that Ford GT that recently set the street car record of like 330
Wasn't it Gas Monkey Garage?
Yeah, I don't know.
Some guy from Texas.
Yeah, I don't know who it was, but that is my favorite car, and that is cool that he set the record in that, because that middle generation Ford GT is like one of my all-time favorite cars.
The mid-gen Ford GT is undefeated. That thing is so cool.
Yeah, 05 GT, that's an undeniably
I want one so bad. I literally called the value going up on those things. They have skyrocketed in the past year.
Are they over $1 million now?
Close.
I'm
sure a few.
They were like 300 at one point.
Yeah, I think it's very hard to get one below $500,000 now. I've heard of some going like the 600-800 range, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah,
if you look now, they're like 800 or 900.
Same with, what's really bothering me in price increase is all the older Lamborghinis, like the early 2000s, like the Murcielago, the Diablo, the late 90s, early 2000s Lamborghinis are all picking up in price, and I love those things, and I hoped they would never do that.
Those will keep going up. Even
you can still get a good deal on like an early car, like a pre-LP Mercy or a pre-LP Gallardo. You can still get a decent deal.
But
any LP car, well, I think they're pretty cool still.
I want to stick Murcielago. So bad.
You can still get a manual pre-LP Murcielago though for like an attainable number, but a manual LP Murcielago is $1 million car now, which is crazy.
But Gallardos are still like out there.
Yeah,
you can still you
can get a Gallardo for under 100. Yeah,
a manual one now. They've crept up, but I mean, you could last year, even 2 years ago, you get a manual Gallardo for like 80-90, like a good 5-liter car. But
you gotta make sure you check that dipstick before you buy it.
Yeah, literally.
Another two cars that have come out in 2022 that compete with one another, although one of them like just barely, I think, makes the cut. GR Corolla. Which I think technically is going to be a 2023
and
car.
The Type
although I think there's a couple on the street, and the Type R.
Yeah, they also unveiled it.
So I know what you'd choose.
Yeah, GR Corolla. We talked about this last episode.
I think we
should just skip over this.
Yeah, but those are interesting cars.
I don't like the Civic Type R much. I'd have the Corolla.
Do you guys like the 3.0 CSL that came out?
Yeah.
The new one?
It's like hand built in the Rolls-Royce factory.
Cool. Is it?
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
I wouldn't have it.
It's a lot of money for a G82 M4 with a body kit, but it's a cool thing.
I don't know.
Do you guys like the C8 Z06?
No.
There's one that just blew its engine up.
I don't like it either.
I don't like it.
I like it. It's trying too hard to be something it's not.
I've been watching a lot of C6 ZR1 stuff, like on the internet.
In the cave.
And that is just 20 million times a better
I'd have
car.
a C7 Z06 over the C8 Z06, like a manual C7 Z06.
Yeah, I like a C7 too, but the C6 is
C6.
like, there's nothing like a C6.
It's the best Corvette.
It's the
the
best
best
thing
Corvette.
in the world.
It's the most Corvette-y Corvette.
Yeah. And who cares about interior quality?
C5 maybe too. I like the
I care a
C5.
little bit about interior quality, but I'll agree with
But
you.
like, if
I'll
you're
give it
buying a
up for the
Corvette,
C6,
if you're
yeah.
buying a Corvette, you
Don't care
shouldn't-
that much. Yeah.
You shan't care about interior quality.
I think that's fair. They're never going to be.
No.
Good.
Even the
They're-
C8 is not great.
Yeah. For comparatively.
Yeah.
Oh, you look at the like. Oh, also the Z06. It's really creeping up price wise. Like they start at 110. You're never going to get it for that.
Yeah.
With all the dealer markups.
Yeah.
And
So
no
you're
one's
looking at
gonna
like
option
one.
like a base one,
Yeah.
because it's like,
I think you're looking at like minimum 150, 180, like out the door.
sticker you can get up to like 140, 150.
My biggest problem with that car is not that it's like a bad car. Like it's obviously a well-made thing and very fast and cool, but
Really ugly.
yeah, it every time I see one, it looks like a knockoff, and that's like you can't get around that. C6 was its own thing, and that was a sick car, and even though it was made out of plastic, nobody cared because like
C7 looked sick too.
yeah, exactly. But
I understand that.
like it's just like an almost supercar that's not, that looks like a Camaro, and it's
The
It's
thing
like
is,
if
any
someone's-
non-car people are going to be like, "Wow, that's a nice car."
yeah.
Yeah, well, they did that with
people like that.
C7s too.
They do that with Miatas.
Yeah, they're like, oh,
honestly.
it's like a Ferrari. The C8 looks like somebody crashed an Aventador into a 458.
Yeah.
Like it's got like Aventador headlights and like taillights, like 458. I don't know.
Well, the front end is substantially better than the back end of those Z06s.
Well, the back end is just terrible.
The back end is atrocious. They
And
really
the front
shouldn't
end
have.
looks like if you took an Aventador and like photoshopped it, the shape of it onto a 458 is what I see that car as.
Dude,
It
now
looks
they
like
have,
it
now
looks-
they have the E-Ray too, which is coming out, like the electric
no.
4-wheel drive
They can
version.
stop.
It looks like the C8 Corvette looks like a 15-year-old was told to draw a Lamborghini.
Yeah,
And they did. And then they produced it
yeah.
as a real car.
It's terrible.
They're also like the whole Corvette brand is about to go downhill because with all it's happened with the Mustang brand. Now they have the Mach-E Mustang. They're gonna do all these different like electric and SUV variations. Like, why muddy the brand name of Corvette?
Yeah,
That I still don't
Well,
understand.
you know
they
why?
think
It's
it
'cause they don't
carries
give They
something.
don't care anymore.
They don't
because
care
they don't
anymore.
think they're going to make them for much longer, so
Yeah.
they'll just use it to sell stuff. Same with Mustang.
Dude, it's
Yeah.
actually, so this is a thing that like I know we've talked about a little bit, but there has been some developments. So Porsche has spent lots of money into e-fuel, which would let people keep combustion engines.
Biofuel?
Yeah, like different anything that's like a alternative to regular gasoline, but still uses internal combustion.
Yeah.
And then Honda's working on hydrogen.
Yeah.
Two companies that, by the way, have been very dedicated to enthusiasts. Porsche obviously has kept manuals around and kept gas cars around, and doesn't seem like they're slowing down on that. And Honda, the designer for the Type R, just said that they have no intention of making that car electric ever, which is great. But yeah, so there's a lot of developments. Porsche has apparently a successful e-fuel. It's just very expensive right now. And
Well, yeah, I
it's
mean,
not in a
they've
lot
been
of
like
places.
doing test drives and stuff with cars with biofuel. Like
But
in
I
the
just think
racing cars.
I think there's like a really big shift here. Obviously, like everybody who is in the car world right now is looking at electric cars. Like electric is the thing. And that was obviously big from Tesla, who like came in as a big competitor. Everybody's now making it. But all these companies are going to muddy their like enthusiast brands. And then there's going to be the ability to shift back with e-fuel, and they're already screwed themselves.
I don't think they are though, because I'm just going to use the new Mustang as an example. I still think the brand new like V8 Mustang is cool. I think
The
is that
Dark
even on the
Horse.
list?
The Dark
Oh, it
Horse,
is on the list. Yeah. The new Mustang, I love the way it looks. You still can get a manual. You still can get a V8. And if I look at that car, I don't think about the electric car. So if they want to use the name to sell cars, I mean, it's like with a company like Bugatti, I agree that it does soil their brand if they were to make like an EV SUV, but it's just another Ford.
Yeah,
they just
yeah,
threw a
yeah.
badge on it. So for
Exactly.
me, like if they throw the Corvette badge on something else, but they're still making a naturally aspirated sports car, I don't really think it's going to hurt them in any way. I think it's stupid because
Yeah, I
it's
just
not a
think it's dumb.
Corvette. But like
Yeah.
to the few Corvette owners, they're going to get pissed off. Yeah, whatever. But to most people, like I still like the new Mustang. And
Yeah.
I see a Mach-E. I don't think that's a Mustang. I think it's a Mach-E.
I
And
agree.
I think it's stupid looking.
I agree.
But
I like that new Mustang as well.
I think it's cool.
Yeah,
dark-
and it's definitely a good car. Like
Yeah.
It'll be good. I've generally genuinely considered buying. What is it? An S550.
S550, me too.
Yeah.
I've looked
Those
into it many
Mustangs,
times.
I think, are just that's a platform is really good.
Yeah,
You can
those
get
are
like a
great
good
cars.
performance pack car for like 30, 35 too. It's
Yeah.
like a nice car to drive.
Money wise, man, American cars. I always think I have never been like a muscle car person, but the power to money ratio is insane.
Yeah.
Like I am now considering buying a Hellcat. That is something that I'm
With
very much considering, and I've never thought I wanted one, but it seems cool to have
It's
800
enticing.
horsepower or whatever it is.
800 horsepower for $40,000 is really enticing.
I'm
It's a
enticed enough to
massive
ride by
burnout.
it too.
yeah,
So.
yeah. That's an
good car.
appetizing recipe.
Yeah.
And they slide nice.
Yeah.
I also need to drive
But-
the.
Okay, go ahead.
No, you go.
I was gonna just say that like the S550 Mustang is a brilliant handling car. Like
Yeah.
as long as they keep producing, good. Like American cars are good now.
Yeah, they're not bad.
There are some drawbacks like interior quality and some other build quality issues, but overall, like American cars are getting there.
A lot
They're
better than
pretty
they used
good.
to be.
Yeah.
They used to just be to be fair, the Hellcat, it's a pretty big car. It's a bit of a boat, but
Yeah.
it still does exactly what it's supposed to
I
do.
mean, that's what it's for, though. Like, it's competing with like an M5 and stuff, and
Yeah, it's cool.
I think they're pretty cool. I again like
The interior is horrible, but it's cool
it's horrible, but like
in a cool way.
it's weird. I don't know. I've never had an American car except for my 2004.
What's a car that you guys want to see brought back that was previously discontinued?
Ooh, that's a good question. So for 2023, bring the car back.
Yeah, I know.
Like
I
an
know
old
mine.
name.
Like I would have Honda bring back an S2000 as long as they did a good job.
That'd be cool.
That would be cool. I was gonna say Mitsubishi Starion.
Who wants that?
That's a cool car. I know it would look cool. It would look cool, man. I like it.
I would love if
You guys
Porsche.
hate when I say stuff, bro.
I just looked right at it.
I know. I saw that.
I don't know why this kid. You could have said like, I want them to bring back a 944, like a front engine
Oh,
rear wheel drive
yeah.
Porsche sports car.
Yeah.
that would be so
That
cool.
would be so cool.
If they-
affordable.
even if they took the Macan
Oh.
engine and shoved it in something like a BMW
yeah.
M2 size, like a V6, that'd be
Yeah.
sick.
They should axe
Yeah.
the Boxster and just do that.
Even if it was a sick,
Hey,
even if it was a
Cayman's
new
fine.
Porsche
Cayman's
four
fine.
cylinder. I mean, like, that's not even my bias talking. But even if it was a new Porsche four cylinder, like a four cylinder turbo,
Yeah. Cool.
cool.
It's sick.
Yeah.
Why don't they do that? Yeah, y'all do that.
I would have a new S2000 because I'm picturing it in my head and it looks good
Yeah.
and it's fast.
Yeah.
It's
They put that
naturally
Civic Type.
aspirated.
Oh, I would never be naturally aspirated. They hate that.
I know they
What?
hate that stuff now.
It would have like the Type R motor if they did that. In an imaginary
that
world, though.
sucks though.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
would?
A new
And
S2000.
a new S2000 with a turbo engine.
Man, it would
Honestly,
be super
though,
fast.
Honestly, it would be still. I would still probably consider it though.
Yeah.
Rear-wheel drive.
Oh,
They-
it'd
They need
be
the-
awesome.
It needs.
Yeah, and you could like sequential that
Yeah.
if you wanted to.
Yeah.
You don't really
What would you
want to.
choose for car to bring back?
You said 944.
Oh, 944. I thought that was like
No,
a,
that'd be
no, that was a layup for you, but
yeah, I thought so.
didn't know. But like, I actually thought about it for more than 1 second. I was like, I actually want that. That would be a sick.
I would love that.
That'd be a sick.
Because
car
there
for
are
them to
some
bring
people
back.
doing like resto mod 944 928 stuff, and like it doesn't really always tickle my fancy. But if Porsche did it, I know that they would do a good job.
Man, I love a 928. I don't know what it is about them. They're just so cool. The GTS.
A 928
Yeah.
would be sick if they brought one of those back and put like a
Yeah.
Cayenne turbo motor in it.
Yeah, yeah.
And made like
928
more of like a front engine GT coupe. That'd be
928
sick.
GTS is cool. S4s are also cool. Like they're deceptively fast.
There would be I honestly think like there'd be a big market for for going back to that like cheaper front wheel drive.
Yeah.
Or no, sorry, cheaper front engine Porsche.
Yeah.
Front wheel drive, that'd be heinous.
I think though because because
Although,
they
maybe
haven't
not.
touched
Still making
like
a car.
a chassis like that in so many years, it would actually come out pretty expensive.
It's all it would be
It would-
expensive to get the factory to do it. Like they got their systems down.
Yeah,
'Cause, I mean, does anyone is there even a company in the Volkswagen group that makes like a front engine rear wheel drive sports car?
Who do we have?
I don't think there is because it's
No.
just like Audi.
I think that they would have to
Lambo.
completely redesign
Yeah.
that.
they could
thing.
purchase somebody. They would likely just purchase another company that does that and then just use their
Yeah,
tool.
right.
But like,
I mean, it would be cool. That's that. I mean, that honestly could be my pick too. I'm trying to think. There's really nothing else that's directly coming. I mean, I like Evos, but I know if Mitsubishi made an Evo now.
there is some more things we can talk about, and that is cars that are now legal to import as of 2023. First up, I don't know if I, for some reason, thought this is a list by car and driver. I thought the R34 GTR was already able to import. Is this the first year that you can now import them?
Yeah, this is now the first year.
Because the
We just had so many that have been.
The first year the car was 98, right?
Yeah. What's the limit?
25 years.
25 years. Holy crap. So, okay. So we're going to see a lot of R34s.
Yeah, it's going to definitely be the year that you see that car plastered all over the internet. Everyone that's finally had one has one. You see them at car shows and stuff, which is cool. It's a car that I'm honestly not very interested in, but
It's cool as an icon. Like, it's a history. That's a cool car.
it's a good looking car too. But I'd rather an R32 and R33.
I was about to say, I've always wanted an R32, and I
Yeah.
never really wanted it.
Yeah, the only
Me
one
being
I'd want,
weird, I like the R33.
I like the R33
Yeah, yeah,
more
I
than that.
think- No, I would have an R34. For me, it's R32, R34, R33.
R35.
No.
Oh, that's garbage.
Starion.
Sorry, Aaron.
Mitsubishi Starion, bro. It's a cool car.
Starion. Let's make a new one of those.
Comment if you think the Mitsubishi Starion's a cool car. And don't comment if you don't.
We're not
because-
going to have any comments on this video.
Yeah.
Comment either way.
It's not good for attention.
It's bad for engagement. Next car, I'm very excited about this, but the Evo 5.
Yep.
That's sick.
I
Evo 5 is sick.
desperately want an
Oh,
Evo
yeah,
5.
me too.
Yeah.
I like an Evo a lot.
Adam LZ's is awesome. I would.
What does he have? Like the
I mean, he has like 3.
he has the
but-
the Evo 5 though, right?
Yeah.
That is such a cool
Such a
car. I also love Evo 9s, but we have those, so that's not really too much to worry about.
Yeah, and Evo 5 is way cooler. Evo
Yeah.
5 is the coolest one, and then 6.5 after.
Yeah, the TME he has is.
I want the Marlboro livery on them.
Yeah, the Tommy Mackinnon edition.
Dude, that is such a cool. We need to buy one for this channel.
That'd be
So
cool.
please, by the way, interruption, but some news for 2023. This will be the first time you're hearing about it, but it hasn't released yet. We have merch that's coming, which is exciting.
Crankshaft Racing.
We tried to make some merch that we thought anyone could wear. We didn't want to make anything that was like too overly branded. So these are nice embroidered shirts, all cars from the 80s, one from each big car producing country. So we'll have those coming out soon. This is a sneak peek.
Yeah, we've been doing research on which shirts to put the print on, how to do the print, because we want to make it priced fairly, but we also want to have high quality merchandise that doesn't feel like crap and doesn't turn to crap when you start washing it, using it. As you can see, we've all been wearing these shirts.
Yep.
Noah works out with that one.
I will
uses
just
that one.
tell you that this is like one of my new favorite shirts, and I'm a picky guy when it comes to shirts.
He's not
so
just
that's-
saying that.
yeah,
that took a
that
lot of
is-
convincing
That
because
is pretty good in my book. It's super heavyweight, nice, thick stuff. So go get yourself.
Yeah,
one
they
of
should be
these.
available
soon.
Yeah,
Not
they'll
right
be
now.
available
Within
soon.
next month, and
it's like looking
ship
like
pretty
there'll
quick.
also be a giveaway attached to the clothing. So that'll be exciting. That's news to come. I don't want to give away too much. But yeah, back into this. So more cars that you can now legally import. Subaru STI 22B.
Good luck getting
So
your hands
sick.
on
you
one
can
of those.
import one, and it'll be $400,000.
It'll be
for
more than that.
A car that looks like a $2,000 car.
Yeah.
It's sick though.
It's cool.
Yeah.
I'd never pay the money for one.
No.
but it's
We're
cool.
so picky, bro. We're like,
I would
yeah.
never pay the money for one. That's not picky, bro. That's just
Yeah.
common sense.
But Legacy GTB wagon, also
Yeah,
something
that's
I
cool.
That looks cool.
That's
would like
probably
to
like
own.
All right,
3
next
grand.
car.
Yeah.
That looks like it costs more than the other.
Oh, Chaser?
Oh, you go-
Chaser?
go
Nah.
back.
Accord SIRT.
Yo, Ron.
Yeah.
That's
That's
Ron.
cool.
That's Race Ron.
Racer on. I don't know what the heck this Proton Satria GTI is.
I don't want it.
Malaysian.
But you can also import a Porsche GT1 or a Nissan GT1, which none of us have the money for. And if you do, you should buy our merch that's
Wow.
coming out soon
Yeah. Buy all
instead
of
of
it.
buying the
If
GT1.
you want to see us crash a GT1 into another GT1, buy some merch because we'll do
The
it.
crash is not promised. but
I
we
don't
will-
think I could
we
do
will
that.
buy them.
I don't think I could do that to a GT1.
No,
that would
no.
hurt. That would be,
I'd do it
that
for
would be
10
rough.
million.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Didn't
It'd
say how
be a-
fast you gotta be going.
Experience.
Yeah. But
we get to crash test them.
I saw the GT1, the street version, whatever. Strassen version.
Strassen version.
At,
996 GT1.
I think it was a 993. No, it might have been
No, it can't be a 993. The 996 was the only GT1, I think.
Was it?
Yeah.
I don't even know. Whatever it was at the Porsche Museum. I
Yeah.
should know that, but it was sick.
Yeah, those cars are awesome. Would you have the Nissan or the Porsche?
Porsche.
Come on.
But the Nissan is cool.
The Nissan
Yeah,
looks
it
cool.
is cool. It's
Yeah.
cool.
It's definitely
Definitely
cool.
cool.
Did you hear what happened on the Autobahn this week? I told Will about it. So there was this guy driving his Tesla, right?
Okay.
And
This is extremely unrelated to what we were just talking about.
oh yeah, I'm just jumping
That's right.
topic. That's how we operate here. And he fell asleep, right?
Yeah.
But he put wheel weights, like the ones that trick the steering wheel into thinking that your like hands are on it, so it will stay driving.
Okay, genius.
Car keeps driving for like 15 minutes on its own, and there's like a police officer that has noticed that he's fallen asleep and is trying to like wake him up. So he's like honking his horn, sirens
No
on, and they
way.
decide the best idea is just to escort the car, like stay behind it with the lights on until the guy wakes up. And they pull him
Holy
over.
shit.
Turns out he was like on a bunch of stuff.
That's
but-
unfortunate.
Yeah, he was asleep on a bunch of things, and yeah, it self-drove. It didn't crash or anything, but for that long.
So wait,
that's
he
crazy.
woke up. How long did it take him to wake up?
They say it was 15 minutes since they found out he was asleep, so he could have been asleep for much longer than that.
He probably
He probably was.
30 minutes just out.
Yeah, just like
Where was
leaned
he
up.
going?
I don't know. And with the car would just stay
Checkler's
on.
house for some new drugs.
Yes.
The clubs. But yeah, that's pretty wild.
Yeah,
Ballsy
that
move.
is crazy. Teslas are wild, man.
We need one to do bad stuff with.
No, let's answer some questions.
What
Let's
up,
answer some,
Slippery?
let's answer
All
some
right.
questions.
First one is, what got you into cars?
Ooh.
My dad really. I'll tell a little story.
Yeah,
for
give us a
this.
story.
I was born into a Imola yellow B5 S4 Avant that my dad had, and my dad's a maniac
Can
behind
confirm.
the wheel of a vehicle.
It's true.
And so I used to have fun with him, and he also had a 78 Alpha Spider that he loved very much, and so he really got me into cars. He showed me how to wash cars, do oil changes, things like that, basic stuff, and then
He showed you how to wash cars? It's poor
Yeah,
cars.
yeah, they were poor cars for a while. And my grandfather had the Porsche 968 that I own now, and so I always used to like sit in that thing and shift the gears. And I was I don't know, I was a car guy from birth, I think. I used to have this like what are those toy like electric cars?
Oh, the
Or
like
sleepers?
no, they're like
no,
the
sit and-
Oh.
scoot.
the
Power
mini-
wheels.
Power wheels.
Yeah, Power Wheels.
Yeah.
I had a 996 Power Wheels.
Ooh, rare.
Or actually, I'm sorry, it was a 993 cab.
Dang. You
and
ballin'.
I used to like take that thing apart. I took the body off it, and it was pretty bad for a while. I took the body off it and like figured out that the brake pedal only controlled the rear. So then I like PVC'd the tires and like drifted it around. Yeah. So that's pretty much it. What got me into cars. What about you guys?
For me, it was also my dad. My dad's side of the family was very much into cars. My grandfather owned a tire shop in Boston, a string of tire shops. And then my dad and his brother, my uncle, if that wasn't clear, they would go to like car rental places and rent cars and then just autocross the crap out of them and then give them back with bald tires. And
awesome.
yeah, they just loved cars. They owned some pretty cool stuff. Nothing crazy. My dad's first car was like an MGB. So kind of a cool car. But yeah, so
Did the Boxer?
yeah, my dad had a Porsche Boxster for a little while. But yeah, so it was really my dad and my uncle, and just like I would go to car shows when I was little. I used to remember going to like the big trade show in Boston, and I would get all the pamphlets for the new cars. Didn't matter what it was. It could have been like a Lexus. I don't really care what it was. But I would get the pamphlet and I would like memorize every detail of the car. And I would keep them under my bed. So yeah, I don't know. It's just ingrained into me. It's weird how that happens.
When we hit high school, and then I'll let Will go in 1 second. When we hit high school, Jackson and I were stupid, and we would like spend free periods like looking at how we could install bad mufflers on our cars and make them loud, and like we were talking about, like, I remember this one time freshman year of high school, we were talking about like putting orange wheels on Jackson's BMW wagon, like terrible stuff.
That thing would have been
terrible
cool.
stuff. And we did some of it. We did a lot of it.
Yeah, we made it. We made a splitter for my WRX out of wood, out of plywood. And I drilled it into the bottom of my bumper. Please don't judge me. I drilled it into the car with like self tappers.
No, bro. You know what we did? Sorry to correct you. It was plexiglass.
Oh, plexiglass. Yeah, because that was more durable.
It was plexiglass, and we had to space it under the rear bumper because there were like the valence like went up and down, so like only part of it could be mounted to the bottom of the bumper.
I love how we thought we knew how aerodynamics worked.
we self tapped that section in, and then because there was a gap in the middle section, we obviously needed core support, so we put wood blocks in between, self tappered all the way through the bumper. And
nice. And then we got on that. We took it for a rip ski. All fine on the back roads. Then we get on the highway, and there's some like Hyundai who wants to race us, and we do. And we hit like 75 miles per hour, and that thing just tears off the front of the car,
man.
And we just kept going, and we drive back the other way like an hour later, and there is an 18-wheeler with all of its tires popped from most of those self-tappers, or it was definitely broken down.
Yeah, I don't even know if that had to do with us.
I wouldn't admit to that.
That was a long time ago. No one remembers that. Could have been not us.
Exploded.
Allegedly.
We quickly learned that was the stupidest thing that we could ever possibly do. And then we did some more stupid stuff right after.
Plenty.
Yeah.
Will and I...
we did dumb stuff.
Will and I bought a $300 Honda Accord as a winter beater one time because I only had the Porsche. And Will and I, like, that's how Will and I became friends. Like, I would pick this guy up every day after school, and we would go, like, destroy this car, like, kick dents in it, and, like, tray drift, like, steal trays from McDonald's and drift it around parking lots. And it was before he had a license, so he'd be like, "Can I drive, please?" And I'd be like, "Yeah, sure, you can drive for a bit in the parking lot." And we'd, like, lock the handbrake and, like,
oh my
tray
God.
drift around.
Wait, Will, how'd you get into cars? I don't even think I know that.
Well, I was like always kind of into cars my whole life, but actually, you know, it's funny. I went to the auto show as well, the trade show, like in the convention center with my dad one time. But like my dad likes cars, but he never was into it like me. But my family moves houses a lot, so one year we moved into like just a new house, and one of my neighbors had just picked up like a brand new 911. So at the time it was a 991.1. Great spec GT silver. It had the super rare ducktail that was an option on those cars. It was great wheels, like all the right options. It was just a great car. And I walked over one day because he was washing it, and I just started talking to him about it because at that point I'd like played car video games, and he like offered me a ride in it with him, and he was like ripping around because apparently he'd done like the Porsche driving school and stuff. And like literally after that day, I just loved cars.
That's
like,
sick.
It was just like after I actually got to experience a cool car, not just from like playing it on Xbox or like looking at it in a parking lot, it like strengthened my love for cars so much. I was probably like 12 or 13 at that time, and I just after that I've just never like not thought about cars.
That's
or
fair.
especially Porsches too. That's why I love Porsches so much.
Me too, yeah. Every time like an old 996 would pass by my dad, he'd be like, "That's so cool."
Yeah.
And then it's just been ingrained into me now.
Yeah.
I feel like if you get into cars loving Porsches, like
You're the best type of car guy.
yeah, like because to love a Porsche, like you have to really love cars because objectively they're not the best looking.
They're not the
They're
flashiest.
not the best sounding. I mean, I think they sound amazing. I love the way my car sounds, but there are better sounding cars. There are better looking cars.
Yeah.
There are arguably better handling cars, but there's no car that can like make you feel the way a Porsche does in a different way than a Ferrari can. It's like
And there's no better all round.
yeah, no car can do what a Porsche can do.
Like you can daily drive. I don't care what anybody says. You can daily drive a GT3 all you want.
yeah,
Like
GT3 RS you can daily drive.
all you want, you can daily drive that sucker. And like you can't really daily drive Lamborghinis and Ferraris. Like they're
Yeah.
That's
And it
like
won't
kind of
break.
a nightmare.
It'll be much cheaper to run.
Yeah.
You
It
could
won't
drive
get as
a
much
Porsche.
bad attention.
You could drive that thing, like you could drive most Porsches a million miles probably with not terrible. You could at least drive like 500,000 miles.
As long as you like stay on top of preventative maintenance, most Porsches would go a million miles.
Not even preventative maintenance, just like regular maintenance.
Yeah.
Like there's not much preventative maintenance to do in a
Should we go to the next question?
Yeah, question.
That's a good one.
This is from Martine. What car would you pick to drive, but also have to make a back half trailer out of?
We were talking.
So
about
you
this
ever
the
seen
other
those?
day.
Like, there's like an NSX. I think that's pretty
NSX
famous.
I've seen that car in person. It's sick. He did that car is
so
well
cool,
executed.
man. I like the idea of doing it with a wagon. Like I like the idea of having like a full cargo wagon back.
That's sick.
Section. But I also think that because a wagon is already functional, I would be inclined to do a small car. Dude, I would do like an E-Type Jag or something. Like something super classic, but also like super, just like the back of that car is one of the best looking backs.
I do an Ep.4.
So I'll have a double backer.
God. With another wing.
Yeah,
You got
F4,
double wings.
Just, and then you can see all your stuff with the glass back.
Yeah. Man, if it's any car, I don't know.
Do you have to drive it with the trailer always
Yeah.
attached, though?
Yeah. That's a stipulation.
You got to rock it with the trailer.
Oh, then I want something...
That's why I want something slow and like...
Yeah, okay, then I won't do an F40 because I want something I won't want to beat on that.
I'll do an E-Type Jag.
I'll do
all
a
day.
Rolls-Royce Cullinan.
Whoa, that'd be sick.
Then you know what? Then I'd do. I'd have the back half of it be like just a normal car, so you can ride in the back of the normal car, or in the back
with
of the
the
back
seats,
of
the back of the
yeah,
train.
I want
It's like a Cullinan bus.
It's like a train. Yeah, it's like a train or a bus.
Yeah, that's what I would do.
You get like there's like a tea and cracker person back there. That
Tea and
brings
biscuits.
just
a little butler from Rolls Royce.
brings you all the stuff that you need.
Yeah.
Jackson, what about you?
Man, that's hard, dude. And I always come up with the worst options.
Starion.
Starion, Mitsubishi. A Mirage.
Lexus IS 300.
Yeah, I like IS 300s.
Yeah.
New one.
Aww.
Oh, God.
I would do
don't know,
an
man.
RCF.
I would do like an RS6 Avant.
RS6 Avant.
Avant.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's,
I would like that.
Thank you.
No, that's
Thank
what I
you.
was thinking
I
immediately.
saved myself.
My first thought was like a E34
Ooh.
touring.
I feel like if you could use
like that.
like how much of the back you could use, you could like fit a mattress,
Yeah,
and then it would be like a camper, but it's made out of a car.
I can't remember the one that Martine and I were talking about the other day. It was a good option.
It's a good question.
Should we go to the next question?
Yeah. Next question.
Next question is any car that you wish came in a manual but never did?
Oh my God, there's a lot of cars.
All of them, man.
Like any new Ferrari, please. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Oh man,
Aventador.
I'm trying to think of like one that like really pisses me off.
991 GT3 RS.
Yeah, but like that doesn't piss me off as much because I know that I can just get my 997 that I
Yeah.
want. You know what I mean?
Man, this is kind of a tough question. I don't know.
It is a tough question.
I'm just trying to think of cars. I guess like a new like M5 comp. Like I really kind of wish those cars were manual.
I think if
Or
the
like new M-
458 came in manual, it would be like super high on my list
Like
of
a
cars.
gated manual.
Yeah, a gated manual, like a 458 Speciale or a 458,
That's
even just a
pretty good.
Spider with a manual. I think that car.
Did you get a 430 in manual?
Yeah, I would. I love a 430
that's-
manual.
What about a
That's
Huracan, gated Huracan? That'd, be
cool
sick.
too. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been liking that engine more and more
Yeah.
recently. Actually, I've been finding an appreciation for those Huracans. But I still think if it was a manual 458 versus a manual Huracan,
Or a gated Aventador like Ultimate.
yeah, that'd
Whoa,
be pretty sick. I
that'd
think
be
the
so
Aventador though,
lit.
like, I've driven one, or actually, randomly, I've driven two different Aventadors. The transmission doesn't like let the car down. Because
No,
how
it's a
stupid the transmission
aggressive
is.
transmission.
It would be
Sorry.
sick with the manual though, but I think I'd rather own an automatic Aventador than like an automatic 458.
Okay, that's fair.
Oh, man, I can't even think because like I would say BMW like newer BMWs too, but a lot of them do come in manual, and also like those transmissions aren't.
Oh, I know
special.
exactly what my answer is now.
What?
Like your generation AMG C63.
Oh, that would
Oh,
be
yeah,
that would be
yeah,
so
that would be
cool in
such a good
manual.
car.
I miss that car.
I don't
Honestly-
care if it's worse
honestly-
with a manual. It's just
No, it would be
cooler. with a
Honestly,
manual.
my overall answer is Mercedes.
Literally.
They just need manual.
They just
cars.
need manual
Yeah.
cars, dude. If you could get like an E63S
What about
wagon,
SLR manual?
yeah,
SLS manual.
That would be sick.
Nah,
That would be so
everything
sick.
manual.
Yeah,
would
literally
be so cool.
any Merc. Yeah.
they
Yeah.
haven't even like back in the old like
An
the
E55
AMG
manual.
back in like the AMG Hammer days.
Yeah.
You could get that thing in manual.
The 190E came
Yeah,
in
you
manual
can.
for like a couple of them, I think. Like the
All right,
Evolutions are
what's
manual.
our next question?
This is more of a non-car question, but I'm happy to answer it. Well, somebody said, how old are you? 24.
23,
21.
22.
You forgot.
Yeah.
I'm the
I
oldest.
skipped ahead.
I'm the elder of the group.
I skip hopped, skadoodled.
Somebody said, why did you start social media?
Because I have no friends, and I want people to make me feel better about myself.
Yeah,
a
I need the
loaded-
attention.
That's a loaded question.
That's a loaded question. Yeah, I would say like for me, it's something I've always been interested in doing video stuff, and I've always been interested in doing cars. And if you know me, it's possible you know that I do other video stuff. I actually started multiple YouTube channels. There's only one other successful YouTube channel called Our Future. That's business videos. But there's old YouTube channels where, like years ago, where all of us, you can find
Limited slip. Look
Yeah,
it up.
if you want to look that up, it might be hard to find, but you, like even if you have the name, it's deep in the SEO search.
Yeah.
So good luck. But there is old videos of us on other channels, and I've been trying to do social media for a long time because it's always just been exciting for me. But I think a lot of people get into social media for the wrong reasons. They want like a lot of followers, they want a lot of money because obviously you can get those things from social media. Never been, of course, like. That would be cool. That's exciting, but never been why I do it. It's just fun. Like it's always been a hobby to like make videos, and I love cars. So if I can mesh the two things together, like why wouldn't I do it? Yeah, and it's been an interesting ride so far, but it's going well. Things are looking up. So.
It's genuinely been a lot. Like since all of us have met, we've been like making videos, and it doesn't seem on and off, you know. And it's one of those things that like. If you want to start social media of your own, just don't give up because there's nothing like consistency, and we've been on and off of this train since early on in high school, and like now, I mean, Jackson has blown up.
I've been posting pictures of cars that I've been taking for like 10 years.
Yeah.
Like
No, and I think that we're all passionate about it in slightly different ways, but like we all know that we want the opportunities. Really, for me, it's about having any opportunity to do anything in my life that I want at my fingertips, and being successful on social media gives us
It's freedom.
it increases those opportunities tenfold, you know? Like we don't have to
Yeah, sorry, no, I didn't want to interrupt you.
no, I was just going to say, like, we don't have to, you know, necessarily worry about spending all this money traveling or doing car stuff when it is a investment to, you know, our business and future.
you
Exactly.
can do what you want as your job.
Yeah.
I could, like, this is for me, like, a lot of people might think, oh, we have, like, all these subscribers and all these followers because, like, you know, we have a decently sized channel. It's not gigantic, but we don't make very much money from any of that. In fact, all of it right now goes right back into the videos. I take zero of that home, with the goal, of course, that we will make money.
Me
but
and Noah still like fully work day jobs. You have another channel that you do work for. Like you're always doing stuff.
Exactly.
I do fitness social media
Yeah.
myself. Like
Yeah.
I'm on the grind too, but we're all sort of working towards this thing
Exactly.
together.
I make videos for like other random businesses too. Like
we're all putting it together like where we can, like until this can be its own viable thing. And there's probably a lot of ways we could make it more viable right now. We're not taking a lot of sponsorship deals, if any at all, because first off, if the market's a little down, hard to do that. And second off, because we don't want to like promote anything we don't like. That's why I'd rather make our own merch that we genuinely like and think would be good for our audience. The last thing I want to do is turn into like a Logan Paul character and like screw my audience over a million times. The reason that I do this is because it's just exciting. I think very few people get to wake up and be excited to work. I genuinely love social media. I think people and I love cars. If you don't like making videos and analyzing videos and all that stuff, you should never start doing social media. If you see the money that people are making, that is like the top 0.001% of people. Unless you love it, you're never going to get there.
Yeah.
You need to like really care about it, and you need to put the work in and put a lot of free hours in. Almost all the work we've done. I've done years and years of free making videos until they were something. Somebody also asked like advice for small creators. My advice would be, it's never going to be perfect when you start out. you just need to make a video. Like, if you find our own old channel, like, they are bad videos. Like, they're fun for us to watch, and I'm sure maybe fun for you guys to watch.
Hilarious.
They're pretty funny.
But they're not well put together.
No.
So, like, my first advice would be, like, post as much as you possibly can. Don't care about the quality off the bat. Just put it out there. If you're scared of, like, your friends finding it and judging you, like, who cares? Like, after a while, you get so numb to the fact that, like, I don't care who sees my videos. Like, it is what it is. I like doing it. Like, if you don't like it, don't watch it.
They're not your friends. They're not your friends if they tear you a new one for trying to be successful, because I guarantee if you try your best, you will succeed eventually. And then who's laughing now when you are at the top of the food chain, and they're like,
there's this big, like, if there's a book called The Dip, if any of you guys are into reading books, I know most people aren't, but it talks about how the fact, like, if you start doing anything, but let's take social media, for example, like, there's going to be this huge excitement of starting, and you're going to be really excited. It's going to be super fun. And then there's going to be this huge valley of, like, doing the same task over and over and over again, like making a video, posting it, making a video, posting it. That's going to be very monotonous. And if you don't actually love it, you're never going to get to the success. It takes a lot of just posting until, like, something good happens. But it snowballs over time. So, like, the more you do it.
It's trial and error for all of us. Like, I mean, if you look at my name, there's weird old vlogs that I used to make. And I mean, like, I literally posted a picture of a car every day for almost 4 years before I even hit 1,000 followers.
Yeah.
And they were terrible pictures, but I still have them on my profile.
You're a great photographer.
So I can go look back and see what I was doing. And I never gave up on that. And I don't even have 10,000 followers on that account. But to me, it doesn't even matter at that point, because now I just have, like, this portfolio of all of the cool cars I've seen, everything that I've done. And I look back on that for memories. But it also just kind of taught me, like, with content creation, with any of that, a lot of it just happens, like, with time.
Yeah.
Like,
time
you might have
really
to, you
important.
might start one channel and never go anywhere with that channel. And then you'll have another idea or another concept or another style of content that you want to create that you might do better at. And that one might not work even if you keep trying it. So it's not just about make one channel and work on that forever too. That might work for you, but you've tried different types of channels.
Yeah.
You've had different types of accounts. I've had 10 different accounts where I've posted videos and pictures and stuff. And I mean, granted, the only account with any real followers that I've been a part of has been his.
Yeah.
And I'm lucky to be doing that, but
yeah, I think that's something, like, it applies to fitness and working out. If any of you guys, it's New Year's. If you guys have New Year's resolutions, same thing of being a small creator applies to achieving workout results. Nothing's going to happen overnight, and you have to put your head down and be consistent for a while and grind through the tough parts, because eventually results will start trickling through.
You won't look like him if you don't do this, because he knows what he's talking about. He has a sick.
No, continue what you were saying about working out.
I mean, what I was saying is, like, if you're a small creator and, like, there's gonna be times where you think this isn't working, and maybe it's not, but you will never get there if you give up. And something that I experienced with my fitness account that has just this week, I've been posting consistently for 6 months at this point, and just in the past 2 weeks have gained almost all of my followers. Like, there were lots of times where I went to Jackson and I was like, maybe my account's bugged or, like, something's wrong.
Yeah, I remember that.
But really, in reality, what it was is my videos needed to get better and I needed to improve. And like, there's always room for improvement. So just keep going and little by little, even if it doesn't have to be a video a day, but same thing with working out. Even if it's 5 minutes a day, that's way better than nothing. Yeah.
If you spend a little bit of time every day, I almost guarantee if you want to make videos and you post one video every day for a year, it'd be surprising if you didn't have over, like, 10,000 followers from a year of posting every single day. Like, your videos will, first off, maybe they're terrible at the start. They will be a million times better by the end of the year. You will get so much better. You just need to put the time in, like, even a little bit.
The better you get at it.
Yeah.
Also,
Also,
natural.
definitely the best advice I think I could give is that study what the best people are doing in the space. Like, I look at not just car influencers. I'll look at, like, Mr. Beast, every podcast that people have talked about, every tweet. I like am a psychopath. I'll stay up till like 4 a.m. analyzing all these YouTubers just to see. It doesn't mean I'm amazing yet, but if I can learn just one thing from all those people, it's just going to get so much better. So like taking the time to like see what all the experts are doing. And if you can take one piece away from each thing that they do, you're golden. Like you're going to learn so much off of them. Like learn off other people's mistakes because you can learn so much faster than if you just try to learn off your own mistakes. So
Definitely.
And also, as much as it might suck, a lot of the people that are going to be commenting hate and stuff, like sometimes like there are some facts that like if someone's hating on you and they say like they point out a specific thing, like learn from what people are saying, because those are the people watching the video.
Yeah,
that's getting
100%.
recommended to. Those are the people that should be liking it. So like if someone says you're doing something weird or doing something wrong, even if they say it in a negative way, you don't have to just ignore it, because everyone will always be like, oh, ignore it. Sometimes people are right.
yeah.
You can learn from your mistakes that people point out to you.
And don't take anything too personally.
Yeah, don't
Even
take
if
it personally.
Yeah,
but just
don't
like,
take it personally.
Just if someone's hating on you, like you can also try to fix it if you think it's something that's fixable, and it might be a good point.
If you go into it, all three of us are very confident people, but if you go into your social media journey or your workout journey or whatever it is, thinking that you are like the best that you can be, you're killing yourself from day one. You should be confident that you will be successful, but you should also have mutual respect with other people that have input and take in feedback and learn from it. You know, learn from when things don't go well. Learn from when things do go well. You just need to always have an open mind to other ideas. All right, should we move?
Yeah, I guess we'll just wrap up now because we're probably running out of space. But I was gonna say we should talk about some goals for 2023. Even personal goals, whatever. Yeah. I mean, I have some goals for the YouTube channel, some goals for all the social media that I'd love to put out there. But do you guys have any what are your goals now? I haven't heard any yet from you.
Car goal is by 2024 to have a 997, or at least be able to have a 997. Not a GT3, just C2S .2 though. Second goal, life goal, 100,000 subscribers on YouTube for my fitness channel.
Go subscribe.
And 100,000 on Instagram. I think goes without saying. I want to be full-time social media by 2024. Nice. And part of that is with these guys. Like this is it's Jackson's channel, but it's a joint effort.
I couldn't do it without either of these guys. It's nothing is a single effort in life.
Yeah. So full-time social media, driving a 997 C2S, life is good. 2024 rolls around and we're all
chilling.
Happy.
I'd love to be full-time social media too.
Yeah. I think that's a goal for.
I'm still in school, but especially I'd like to at least have it set up for when I graduate that I don't have to go get a job.
Yeah.
And that we can just do stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think that'll be.
I think we can do that.
Yeah. I just want to get in better shape. I've been working out a lot more recently, but I honestly, I'm not just saying this because he's my friend. I watch his videos because I'm like, oh, I'm doing that wrong, and they're super helpful. So if you are trying to get in shape, actually go check out his videos.
Yeah,
because you see so many TikToks and YouTube videos and everything about working out, but none of them are actually helpful except for his. And I'm not just saying that.
Noah Perlow Fit.
He's a registered personal trainer and he knows what he's talking about. And I've been very lucky I can actually ask him questions, but I usually don't even have to because he already has a video about it. So
I appreciate the
stuff. Yeah, no,
definitely go watch Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Noah Perlow Fit.
Yeah, that's big. I think I also want to get in better shape. Obviously, good to have this guy as a resource. I want to run a half marathon. That was a personal goal. I don't know if I can do it.
You and I.
Yeah, Pan Mass Challenge, which is a bike race in Massachusetts, which is almost a 200-mile bike thing. I'm more confident that I can do that than the half marathon because running I'm not so good at. Yeah, the biking, my dad was big into road biking. So, but that's a personal goal. In terms of channel goals, the biggest one is 1 million subscribers before the end of the year, which is a bold goal. But if we do it, we will be driving a Prius. We'll build an overland Prius, which is a terrible idea, and we'll drive it to the Arctic Circle, or at least attempt to. So if you want to see that, you should be telling everyone to come subscribe to the channel because I think it's going to be exciting. I want to drive the Prius to the Arctic Circle, so I'd like to hit 1 million subscribers, but I'm also kind of don't want to at the same time. So I'm slightly scared to hit 1 million if we do, because that means I do have to do it. In terms of other follower goals, I did put down like 350,000 on Instagram. We'll see if we hit that. 250,000 on TikTok. We're at 110 right now. What else we got?
I think another goal for us should just be to travel this year to do stuff and like film more of the in-person content.
Yeah, we really want to get out there. Like we do a lot of this, when we were getting started, like we don't have as much money as like all these big YouTubers. So we're filming literally from a bedroom. And it's, these videos, that's what allowed us to get this following is we filmed these like informational videos. We're offering some sort of value to people who want to learn about cars or love cars in the same way that we do. But we would really like to get out to all the big events and do our content, but just live in person, like with that physical cars, because I think that makes it so much better. We are not going to do like your typical reviews. I think so many car channels like want to do reviews of cars. That's not our intention. We have some like really exciting stuff that we'd love to do. If you saw the pizza steering wheel video or we used pizza as a steering wheel, but we also used other items as a steering wheel. You should go watch it if you haven't. If you have, we want to do a lot more stuff like that, like car shenanigans. That is what this friend group was originally built on, is just goofing off with cars. I think a lot of people who follow us and a lot of you guys who watch us, like that is the same stuff that you like want to do because it's super fun and stupid and exciting. And that's like, of course, one of our big goals. But yeah, getting more out into the field, meeting more car creators or people who are big in the car space, doing like collaborations. Yeah, we want to have a good time.
We want to have fun to the point where you can have fun watching it.
Yeah. And we'd love to get people involved. Like if we can get you guys involved in some way and we can all do some fun stuff together.
Especially the people that have made it to this point in this podcast.
Yeah, you're legendary.
We want you because we like you.
Yeah, you guys, if you're here right now, you're a legend for real.
Hit us up.
And we really appreciate that. Yeah, comment.
DM us 3 question marks and an exclamation mark if you've made it this far.
Yeah. If you have an idea and you have the means to make the idea happen and you want us to be there with a camera, we are more than happy to come with a camera and just let the chaos ensue. So please let us know. But until then, we will see you in the next podcast episode. Keep watching the videos. Stay cool.
Thank you guys.
And I hope you have a lovely beginning to your new year.
Good night.
Happy New Year.
Adios.
2023 is going to bring some cool stuff to this year.
Good
Thanks, guys.
Good night.